Hello, guys. I don't know, you probably haven't heard about this because it's streamer drama, but a Twitch streamer named Nina Lin went out and forced herself on a gentleman named Saeed, and I'll just give you the quick rundown. They essentially carried this guy into a bedroom against his will while saying, I don't consent, by what I consider one of the most vile, ugly women I've ever seen in my life. And it's not because she's not attractive physically, but the things that she says and does are pretty disgusting. But anyways, they dragged this guy to a room, held him down by his neck, and were trying to essentially take his clothes off and force themselves on him. Meanwhile, his friend is also trying to stop these girls, and even after he's saying he doesn't consent and they have this guy down on a bed by his neck, afterwards he makes a video of him absolutely traumatized. And what does she do? Well, she goes around on social media calling this guy a pansy and all this stuff and a loser of a man, and he should have enjoyed me essaying him, what a loser, and all this stuff. And after all that, and it happened more than once, by the way, on this live stream, and Twitch banned her for 24 hours. But I'm not here to talk about that. We all know Twitch is a weird platform, and people get away with totally messed up things because Tom Clancy is a weird goon freak. But anyways, that's not what I'm here to talk about. So after all that, after finally getting some consequences to her actions, people calling her out and her actually getting fully banned, I doubt it's going to be permanent. But she finally released an apology. One of the most disgusting apologies you could probably receive from somebody after they SA you. She literally raped a guy. Yep. And I'm gonna try to go through this apology. This is gonna be a long video. I apologize. If this is something that doesn't interest you, I would suggest clicking off now. But it is pretty disturbing. This apology, ugh. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do my best to read this as quickly as possible, but I'm also probably going to commentate on a few things. So, here's the beginning. I want to start off by saying my actions and words are inexcusable, and I am in no way defending them. Oh yeah? Well, you were before. But let's keep going. I will not deflect from the wrongdoings, but I will speak on my truth, as there has been many clips circulating and spreading false and skewed narratives. There are no false narratives. The clips are from your own live stream. What do you mean? So we're already lying in the first paragraph. Great. I wanted to take some time and compose myself and reflect before releasing my apology. No, you got called out by a bunch of popular creators and banned. So now you're making an apology because, well, you got caught. You're not apologizing for essaying somebody. You're apologizing because you're getting consequences. But anyways, let's keep going. First and foremost, the comments I made about the situation with Saeed, can't even spell his name right, so disgusting, were completely misunderstood by the public, and I regret not choosing my words carefully. What do you mean? You essayed somebody and then laughed about it. It is never embarrassing to be harmed or to speak out about it ever. Exactly. But apparently when you do it to a man, it's absolutely hilarious. Ugh. And what I intended on expressing is that it is incredibly inconsiderate to bring up a friend's trauma in a joking manner and weaponize it against someone else. Well, at least you admit that much. On a huge platform that could re-traumatize. Oh, she's calling out the people that were calling her out for this because it might re-traumatize the guy. There are many creators who could post a picture of him saying thank you for talking about it, as that is the only opinion that matters in. Oh wait, as that is the only opinion that matters in this situation. I should have chosen my words wisely and spoken with more empathy instead of rushing my way through it and accidentally implicating things that I don't truly believe. Uh huh. Sure. Nobody believes you. I'm deeply sorry for the way I addressed the situation. So you're only sorry for the way that you acted after. You're not actually sorry for essaying somebody? Damn, that's pretty gross. Prior to the situation escalating, you mean being called out, and people wanting a criminal like yourself to actually get some consequences. As soon as I was notified that he was deeply hurt and wanted to reach out to me, I was able to message Saeed several times and apologize for my actions. Was this before or after you went on live streams and laughed about it, calling him a weak man and all of this stuff? I'm choosing my words carefully because I can't swear on TikTok. But you said much more vile things than that. It's inexcusable to have let it get that point where he felt uncomfortable and harmed. Yeah, like holding him down, forcing him down by his neck and trying to pull his clothes off while he's saying, I don't consent, I don't consent. That was never my intent, and it was completely my fault for not stopping the segment and reading the room better. What do you mean reading the room better? He literally said he didn't consent. What do you... Sorry, I'm getting heated. As I was convinced by others that were close implicated that was a joke. I joined in which I was in the wrong, and I will make no excuses for my lack of awareness. In regards to Disguised Toast at the streamer games, I was out of line, although I did not move the massage therapist out of the way like that he described. I had asked for, man, it's hard to read this. The chick does not know how to type. From Toast before he had laid down. Everybody saw it. The whole world seen it because you were live streaming it. But okay, I still shouldn't have been so comfortable with him because we never met prior. So you barely knew the guy that you essayed. Wow, that's gross. I let the focus on content creating blind me, and I went too far trying to get a clip. I didn't realize your entire live streaming career was around forcing men into sexual positions, but okay. Good luck with that. I've reached out to Toast as well as apologized profusely for my actions. My intentions were never to harm Toast or catch him off guard. Yeah, he only said he didn't consent, and you still went through and forced him down. Anyways, I've had a few days to think about how I've been approaching streaming and how my actions can negatively impact people around me. Sorry, there's a clock in my way. I never want that to be the case. I am incredibly sorry for any and all harm I have caused, and I will strive not only to be a better streamer, but a better person. Yeah, well, you probably should have done that when you said you were beating your brother to the point where he was mentally disabled. But anyways, what a lovely human being we have here, right, guys? Blah, 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 whatever the comments are coming. Okay. Whether the comments... Okay, so I have built which have truly... Blah, blah, blah. Former friends and viewers, I will strive to be better, learn, blah, blah, blah. I'm aware of matter, blah, 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 but I know myself and never... I've never had malicious intent. Also, you just accidentally grabbed a guy by his neck while he was screaming, I don't consent, and got on top of him. Interesting. Well, I'll have a few more comments after this, but there it is. This is nasty. What a vile, disgusting human being this woman is. Okay. Well, if you made it through all of that, these are my final thoughts on this. I get it. I'm sure there's a lot of balding, middle-aged loser men who probably would have loved to be in that situation, but not everybody is like that. Not everybody wants someone like this, and if you actually listen to her speak and see the way she acts, I wouldn't want her to force me down and try to do sexual things to me either. This is disgusting behavior, and it's pretty wild to me that actual SAing live on stream multiple times doesn't get you put in jail. It gets you a 24-hour ban from Twitch. Ooh, oh no, you can't make money for a whole day. The punishment for SAing somebody live on stream in front of millions of people is a day off. Great. And if you think that this isn't disgusting behavior, I got news for you. You might want to get your head checked out. But anyways, there it is.